Leo, this is Kajora Lovely with your general reading for the month of September 2019. For those of you who are curious, I'm reading with the Steampunk Tarot. Okay, so where you are this month is Five of Cups in reverse. Let's see. I see that a bit better. This usually is actually, well, it's a good card because the Five of Cups upright is feeling like more things are going wrong than are going right. In reverse, it means that you're getting over that feeling. That feeling's coming to an end. It's like woe is me energy. And I mean, it means that you'll also probably be having a little bit of a better outlook, but more things might be moving your way soon as well. What's influencing you is the Hierophant, which could be a Taurus, but not necessarily. The Hierophant is about what? The more structural, patriarchal side of religion, faith, that sort of thing. It's about religious structures, patriarchy, rules, restrictions, tradition. For some reason, I'm hearing comfort and values. I also, in this particular deck, it just feels almost, it reminds me of The Hobbit for some reason. I guess because he's sitting around telling stories. It doesn't necessarily feel negative or binding, but what's interesting is that what's also influencing you this month is the High Priestess in reverse. So some of you may be feeling this sort of dynamic or dichotomy push-pull between, this relates to the feminine, mystical, spiritual side. That's more of the intuitive aspect. This can also mean somebody's keeping secrets. So there is also that. This has to deal more with water sign energy. Whereas the Hierophant is earth. So it could also be that, I don't know, the Hierophant, I'm not getting a negative feeling with this card as far as rules or structures are keeping you down or limiting you. It doesn't feel like that. It feels more like this sort of basics of support in your life. So it could be that you're using this to your advantage. I feel like you're building something this month, that there's something that you're using this to your advantage to move something else forward. It's creating a basis of some sort. For some people, it can also be things like marriage. It can be an institution like that, something with some rules or some structure that you feel comfortable with. But that, of course, is the most important thing. So however this applies, if there is a structure or rules in place, make sure they're ones you feel comfortable with. But it honestly feels to me like almost like you're putting down the base supports of a house and you're building something else from that. And that makes sense because what's influencing you is the Page of Pentacles. I usually see this as you're starting something new. This could be learning a new skill, learning something new, focusing on something new, starting a new project. Pentacles relate to work, home, and money. I'm hearing be patient with yourself, which makes sense because Pentacles are, again, earth energy. So think of anyone you know who is a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Earth signs move slowly but methodically. They move slowly but with purpose and intention. So as a Leo, fire sign, you're probably more used to things that move quickly. Whereas the Pentacles are a reminder, you know, what's worth building is worth building slow. It's worth building intentionally. So it feels like kind of that Hierophant energy. And I feel like you're kind of embracing that right now. You're like, yeah, let's lay the groundwork. Let's do this thing. You're all coming out of your birthday month and it's time to move things forward. You're moving some projects forward. You're moving some new things forward. And it may take a little bit more time, but if you really want it, that's worth doing it that way. And that also relates to Virgo season because we're in Virgo season in September until the 22nd, 23rd. So you can be using that earth energy, the foundation, building that to build whatever it is that you want forward. You also have the Justice in reverse card. So this is the card for Libra, which starts at the 23rd of September. But it can also mean that you're feeling a little bit of out of balance in your external life. This is usually the things that are influencing you day to day. That's feeling off balance. Let me pull some clarification on that. What can Leo do about this card? Oh my God. Everyone's getting this. The moon. So this would also be listen to your subconscious, listen to any images, feelings, words from the divine that come up this month. This can also be about having intuitive dreams, that you may be having messages that come through that you're meant to listen to or speak about, which could also mean sharing. I feel like some of you may want a dream journal. If you have certain things coming up in your dreams. Anything else for justice? 10 of Wands in reverse. Okay, this makes sense. Because what could be influencing you and making your external life feel out of whack is if you're carrying other people's burdens. Usually 10 of Wands is like you're carrying other people's stuff that's not yours. It's not yours to grieve or to give or to do anything with. It's theirs. And you can be there for people and hold space for them, be compassionate, but you don't have to carry that stuff on your back. Especially not for forever, they're saying, for some bizarre reason. Okay. Where you are as well this month is the Nine of Swords in reverse. You're coming out of a period of anxiety. This means that any thoughts you've had, any worries, anxiety, anxious feelings whatsoever, I feel like especially in your stomach, that will be coming, being resolved. That feeling is going away. And then, let's see, again, High Priestess in reverse. I'm going to pull another card on this one to see what this is that's influencing you this month. Because when the High Priestess is in reverse, it can also mean somebody's keeping secrets, whether it's you or another person. But let's see. Can you clarify High Priestess in reverse? Six of Swords in reverse. Okay. One more. And then I'll explain what that means. Okay. Interesting. So this could go a couple of ways, because the High Priestess in reverse could mean you're not necessarily using your intuition. You're not necessarily tapping into that ability. Somebody's keeping secrets. Six of Swords in reverse means that there's a situation where you have the potential to move from a bad situation to a better one, but you're not. So why not? The clarification on that is the Four of Swords in reverse, which means you're coming out of a period of rest. I usually see this as pick up your sword and fight, because when this card is upright, it means you're kind of going within a little bit, taking a breather for yourself. But when it's in reverse, that means you're coming out of it. So I feel whatever the situation is, there's something where you have an opportunity to move from, I don't know, almost like a weird situation to something better if you want to. So there's that potential to move forward. You may have to kind of, again, pick up your sword and fight to do that. Let's see. For some reason, what I heard is tell the truth. So however that applies to you. What you have in the near future is the Ace of Swords. I usually see this as victory or a triumph of some sort. Ace also is a new beginning. Swords relate to air element, so that's thoughts and the mind. Also ideas. I'm hearing clarification on something. The Ace of Swords can also be about pursuing an intellectual and or spiritual path. So for some of you, that could be the case. Or it could literally be that you win something. And then in a few months, more distant future, you've got the Emperor. This is Aries energy. So this card is about feeling strong, feeling capable, feeling like you know where you want to go and you know what you want to do and you know how you're going to get there. So let's see. What else should Leo know for the month of September? Okay. You're starting a new chapter. This makes sense because you're coming out of your birthday again. with the Fool, this means you're starting a whole new journey. It means, yeah, you didn't get anything with the World or anything. So you're already in that phase now where you're starting something new. Two of Cups. Love could be on the horizon for a bunch of you. This is the one card where I am usually like, that is a romantic relationship. If it's not, so if those of you that are in a relationship, it could be a renewed connection. For those of you who are single, it could mean someone new coming into your life. If you are indifferent to relationships, it could mean it's any dynamic where there's an even exchange of energy. You guys are giving and taking in equal measure. So that's exciting. You've also got the Two of Pentacles, which usually means that you'll be juggling a couple things. This can also mean that you're busy work-wise. It means that there's a lot going on. Sometimes it can be making decisions related to work, home, or money, that you're choosing between like two places to live, two different jobs, that sort of thing. It can also literally mean that you're just doing a bunch of different things. It's a busy month. But you've also got the Three of Pentacles in reverse, which is about a lack of teamwork. So there's somebody who's not necessarily pulling their weight in some kind of dynamic. There's some sort of teamwork situation that's not happening. This could also mean I'm hearing if you're thinking teamwork should appear or reappear, don't. Yeah, there's something where it's not going to come to fruition the way that you hoped it would. But what's interesting is you got the Knight of Pentacles. So I take that as whatever you're doing when it comes to work, home or money, whatever the situation is that you want to move forward, or maybe you were hoping other people would step in, or if somebody offers you something, offers to partner up, offers to be a team, that may not actually be the dynamic that you want. Usually when it's in reverse, someone's not pulling their weight with this card, sorry. That means that this in reverse means someone's not pulling their weight, someone's not doing everything they should, or even what they said they would. It's not going the way that you had hoped. Also, the Three of Pentacles upright is about people who are working together on something that's meant to last beyond themselves. It's something that's supposed to be like building toward a better, brighter future for some reason. So it could also mean that the people you encounter or are working with may not have the same long-term goals as you. They may not want the same things long-term as you do. So that's something to be wary of, is what I'm hearing. So just a word of caution. Knight of Pentacles, though, I take this as if it's a project that you're really committed to, that you want to stay on course with, then do that. You may not be partnering up with other people, but that doesn't mean that you can't do it. You can't go it alone or do whatever it is that you were doing. The Knight of Pentacles is about methodical movement forward. So usually when it comes to that work, home, or money, you're taking the first step, and then the next step, and then the next step. It's a little slow. Again, it's very similar, though, to this energy. You got the Page and the Knight of Pentacles. So you're going from the beginning to the apprentice, basically. From the Page who's carrying the sword of the Knight, who's on the horse, who then goes on to become the Queen, that kind of thing. So you're building something when it comes to work, home, or money. Again, it's sort of that what I was feeling with the Hierophant, that foundation. So to recap, you're moving out of a sense of disappointment, building a new foundation, maybe feeling some emotional or external imbalance, but remember, give other people back their crap. Literally, figuratively, emotionally, all of that. Don't carry what's not yours. You're starting a new journey of some sort. Literally, you're starting a whole new chapter. You may have love coming in. In the near future, you've got a victory. You're having an end to anxiety this month, and you're going to be feeling more decisive, strong, and moving forward with something. So it looks like, I feel like a lot of this is probably related to work, but you can honestly take it however it applies to you. And if somebody's keeping secrets, there's a situation where you could be moving, I would say with this, if I didn't clarify it properly, if somebody's keeping secrets or being deceitful, manipulative, there's a situation where you are able to move on from that to something better, to something much better, much calmer, greener pastures, that sort of thing. But you may need to come out of a period of hiding, waiting, resting, recuperating, whatever it is, in order to go through that. And you could be juggling a few different things. Teamwork may not work the way that you hoped it would. It feels like other people might make you feel a little bit off balance this month, so it's important to check in with yourself and build that foundation within yourself as much as you need to. Yeah, and I see the end to anxiety and the victory. So it's an interesting month. You've got some new things brewing, some new things going on, but I feel like the main thing is don't let other people throw you off balance this month. So I hope you have a wonderful month of September, Leo. I hope it's a good one, and I will see you all again next month.